Hello. No! Every time, bro. I get so close and I choke. Oh shoot, my YouTube. I always forget to mute my phone. Make sure my notifications are off as well. I'm getting close though. I'm getting very close. Like that was almost it. First try. The flesh prison's not so bad once you get used to it. Nice. Okay, okay. Yes! Oh my god, I did it. It's over. It's flipping over, bro. It's not over. How? What is the S rank time? I'm mad, bro. I have to beat it faster than that. I had a feeling this would happen. Bro. Oh no, I saw 2 minutes and 30 seconds for O-1, and I thought I need 3 minutes and 33 seconds. I was literally 11 seconds away from getting done with this. Hello? Hello. Okay, okay. I got this. Bad start on that one. Hate this game. Dude, the bounding, the out of bounds zone is so strict on this part, I swear. Oh, that doesn't work. They have drone AI, I forgot. Oh lord. This part with the spinal cord, if it didn't exist, I would have had the P rank by now. I got hit by the void. I got hit by the void attack. did a lot of damage though, so if I could do that and not get hit by the big black circle, I'll be all right. I lost track of the. There it is. Beautiful. That's how you do it. Okay. I hate when he goes up in the air, dude. I'm choking, bro. I'm choking. Yeah, flesh prison. I just cleared fresh prison. Pretty quick there. So I'm getting good at that part. Gosh darn it. I think I can kill it now. Yes. Okay. 2 cycle. Oh my god. I did it. Oh my god, I did it. Holy moly. Oh my goodness. I'm sweating. I did that way earlier than I expected, so... What now? Gorsh. What do I want to do now? See, okay, so I've got 3 levels left. P-2 and the 2 Encore levels. Oh my goodness, that was hard. Can't see. It's always the schism, bro. Oh, wrong way. I should do jackhammer. Yeah, I was thinking about playing the main levels and practicing some jackhammer. Oh, right. Oh, I did this in the wrong order. I'm supposed to do red key first. That's like the fastest way. Have I gotten Saw Blade yet? No, I have not. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, he didn't die? He's too powerful. I don't know. I really like nail gun. I understand that it's probably less effective. I do have to eventually get used to using the alternative weapons to be like more optimal with my gameplay. I thought those were mannequins, that's why I punched them. Alright, that was a little slow. Choking. I'm just trying to use every explosive I have against the soldiers for some reason. Wrong way. I'm gonna die. Well, there's a cooling thing up ahead. Oh, it's down here. Right? Yeah. Nice. Love that for me. Hello, Ultra Music. Okay, I guess I'll practice with the jackhammer. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, wait. You can't do that on this mission. Think I should go cyber grind? Yeah, I'll go cyber grind. Yeah, I don't know why. I just always start at the beginning of the game when I'm trying something new for some reason. Like, there was one time where I was focusing on only using the rocket launcher, and I did the same thing. I thought about doing core eject. I think that's too big brain for me. We're gonna go pump charge. Yeah, that works. Okay, so slamming brings me to red. Right, I have to actually charge it first. Oh, it's on cooldown because I used the red hit. Right. That's how it works. Yellow hits in a row for maximum damage. Also, I forgot I set it on wave 20, but we're gonna roll with it. Oh, that's gonna be hard to get used to, dude. The shotgun not being regular whenever I switch to it. That's really fun, though. I can parry? Oh, I guess it is a shotgun. That's kind of funny. I let go of the slingshot too soon. Honestly, you're not wrong about Jackhammer being really good for cyber grind, because the movement is crazy right now. Alright, I've decided that Jackhammer is not going to be my primary slot. Muscle memory goes too crazy. Also, I can't even hear myself. Alright. Just like yelling in my bedroom right now. Yeah, specifically the Maurices are really good to deal with Jackhammer, it seems. Did not work. Oh my god, bro. Alright, I'm a Jackhammer fan now. You guys convinced me. Oh, they jumping me. It just gave up. That's weird. It didn't even die. Can't get your cyber grind over 28. You're the one that plays with the controller, right? Or I might be thinking of a different person. Oh my gosh, the power. End of the run. Dude, this is rough because I know I can't parry her. I mean, at least they taunt a lot, so that works out. Whoa. The ragdolls are super funny with this weapon, dude. You don't even have to hit someone, you can just explode them. It's a really good way to gain health, too. Dude, that is so sick. Well, that was kind of scary. I didn't know if the not fully charged one was going to break his shield, but you can just punch in the middle of it too. Oh, the rock, the insurrectionist got me. That's what it was. All right, I'll get the saw blades. It's in 4-4. The Gooner Wojak? There's a Gooner Wojak? I'm not aware of this one. Oh, I think yeah, the Gooner Wojak. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's the dude who has like it's like past a 5 o'clock shave and he's got like his mouth open. Yeah, I've seen that. Alright, 4-4. It's here? I actually have no clue how to get saw blades.
How to unlock the saw blade launcher. At the start of 4-4 you will find a door cracked open. Inside is a blue skull. Now the intended solution is to beat V2, get the whiplash and restart the level to grab it through the door. Once inside, shoot electricity at the water as hinted at in the 4-3 secret boss fight. But you can just shoot electricity at the stairs and it will still count.
The muscular left arm guy. Yeah, I've seen that before. That's a pretty old Wojak at this point. Oh yeah, I got to not have this on my first slot because that was throwing me off that entire cyber grind. We're gonna make it number 3 because that's like the setup weapon. I always put my ones that require a lot of setup on the last slot. Make it a very intentional choice whenever I pick it. Ideally, I would have my own hotkey to switch to a jackhammer, but I'm not getting that advanced. I'm not playing StarCraft. Not yet, anyway. I'd probably be pretty good at StarCraft. Is this supposed to be Sisyphus's body? Big guy. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so I guess... Okay, so I'm going to use the first saw blade, at least. Wait, but how does this act if I get over the overcharge? Or, what is it called? I forget. Overheat. Wait, what? A hot saw blade. Spicy saw blade. So, okay, is this even worth running? Because spontaneous combustion is a really good move. Just a big saw. And then apparently the entire community thinks that Jumpstart Saw Blade is just not worth running at all. Where's the Cerberus? I am blind. Hello? Okay, so this is all the demons. Cerberus is a demon. Well, the Miltia's face is also here. Here he is. I guess they might be a size category as well. Okay, so that doesn't do much for me for single target damage, obviously. So I'd want to do it like this. Oh. That's pretty good. Wow. How's it going? I just did Minos ping rank, and I'm basically following chat's advice. I just unlocked the saw blades, and wow, that was really powerful, actually. Let's see that again. That's a lot of damage for not having to do basically anything at all. That's gonna go crazy in that Encore, actually. Punching them does double damage even when they're on magnet. Wow. That's really powerful. I didn't know you could disable that. So, number one being the saw blade makes a lot of sense. Oh yeah, this is busted, bro. Yeah, this is ridiculous, actually. I should have done this a long time ago. I knew I was missing out on something when I saw the all the speedrunners using saw blade. I really need overheat saw blades. Right, I forgot it was over there. Saw blades are kind of broken, and that's why I got them before attempting P-1 and P ranking, but also you'll probably find yourself dying because you're paying too much attention to the saws. See, if I'm running a magnet saw blades, I'm probably just gonna drop them on the ground and forget I ever had them. Traps are better with overheat. Well, shoot, I don't know, cause like I also like combining the nails with the power of the railgun because of the group damage. I don't even know what all the cheats are. Is there a list somewhere? Oh, here we go. I forgot. We're gonna go blind enemies. Or actually just enemies ignore player, I guess. See, because my thought process is that I need a nail. I guess I can just use the red nails. I'm tripping. There's like nothing stopping me from just using the third nail gun, actually. So I guess I will give double saw blades a chance. All alts for shotgun. You know what? You might have a point, because my normal trick of just quick swapping through them all doesn't work as well whenever I have to worry about this third slot that's a jackhammer. They're only broken if you start the Minos fight off with saws, otherwise it's just a distraction, and this applies to all fast bosses. That's a good point. I probably wouldn't use the saws in that fight because Mango Prime. I assume he's talking about Sisyphus. Speaking of which, I could attempt that soon. Maybe not on this stream. Oh, it's already 10 o'clock. It's time for me to switch games. But then again, I don't know if you guys are going to stick around if I switch games. My hands are tied. Okay. I'll give it a shot. Because, like, all three of these alternate shotguns are good in their own ways. You can always switch back. I'm a weird guy. I don't like change. You know, it took me a really long time to actually start putting sauce on my food. For the longest time, I would eat every single thing plain. I think it's because I was exposed to ketchup, and it ruined all sauces for me for a while. Same thing with spicy stuff. I didn't like spicy sauce for a long time. Sawed on is better shotgun. I don't like ketchup. Ketchup is gross. And also, like, knowing what's inside of the ketchup makes it even more gross. Like, what do you mean there's sugar in it, dude? That's weird. You're weird. And then people are like, oh, but you love tomatoes. And it's like, yeah, it's a completely different product, completely different process. There's no high fructose corn syrup in a tomato. Sorry. No hot dogs. Dude, hot dogs, I only put mustard on hot dogs. check something real fast. Okay, so I am thinking of playing a few games. I was thinking about Casualties Unknown. What else do I have in my library? Gosh, there's a lot of games I could play, actually. Team Fortress 2? I have to download Team Fortress 2, but I will do that, and I will play it probably tomorrow. I actually low-key would love to show off my engineer. Pretty solid. Oh, I forgot to switch that one. Yeah, I've been relying on this philosophy of keeping it simple, but it seems like keeping it simple is just using the saw blades. Real fire and forget type of deal. Okay, so that was a red hit. So if I do a whatchamacallit, a dash jump, that'll count as a red hit. And you can low-key spam core ejects. Oh right, I don't have shotgun. I forgot, I don't have shotgun, I can't use that strat anymore. Wait, so what do I do for virtues if I can't just spam shotgun in their face? If I dash right before the attack... Oh, I didn't hit him. Electric rail cannon. See, but that's an 8-second cooldown. I don't need to burn an 8-second cooldown every time I want to kill a virtue. Yeah, I'll just have to get used to it. I'll have to invent better strats, but like the saw blade, the nail guns and the shotguns are my main close range strats. So that's gonna take me a minute to get used to. And then, like, equipping one shotgun's not going to do the trick because I'm still not able to do my shotgun strat at close range of just quick swapping between the two. So I actually have to think about my gameplay if I'm going to be using these alternate weapons. I hate thinking. Okay, that was, no, that was a red hit, okay. That was a yellow. You know what would help? Actually. So I assume Sword Machine still takes bonus damage from the alternate shotgun. Gotta slam from high. Whoa, that was kind of cool. Oh, the explosion doesn't happen unless I fully charge this thing. Okay. That one still hurts you. Right, no projectile boost. I'm gonna have to change my control scheme around, I think. 'Cause I like the idea of having like one regular shotgun for projectile boosting. And so what I think I would do is rebind the previous weapon key. Because currently I only have next weapon bound, and I switched the Q key with rocket launcher to make it way easier to choose. Because I hate sliding my finger all the way to the 5. It just doesn't feel right to me. So I'll have to figure out a bind for a previous weapon, and so I'll swap next weapon, previous weapon in order to use the same shotgun if I want to do multiple projectile boosts, which would be ideal anyway because you can spam core ejects if you quick swap between regular shotgun and another shotgun, or just a different weapon in general. I guess that's another thing. I can just press 1 and 2. So quiet out here without the music. That doesn't count as a ceiling. Okay. Good to know. That's very strange. Playing with the alternate weapons. Well, I could use this mouse button on the side of my mouse, but that's kind of slightly out of my way. Could use, what is this, mouse 5? Oh wait, that's my Z key, I forgot. My mouse button's bound to my Z key for reasons. Yeah, there's a lot of, yeah. You have a good night, sir. Thanks for the tips and stuff. Appreciate it. So there's another tech that I'm vaguely aware of. I forget exactly what it was, but you have to switch your arms to do it so that you can spam the punches faster. Something like that. Or no, it was you switch arms and it affected some other kind of mechanic. Live streaming TF2 without voice chat turned off is an awful idea. Yeah, people be saying slurs and stuff. My girlfriend was saying I should play one-way heroics on the stream at some point. I mean, that's a very niche game, so I think that might catch people's attention. I was thinking about starting Look Outside very soon, but I think I might want to dedicate a longer stream to that one instead of just putting it on the butt end of this stream. What's up? You want me to play RimWorld? That's kind of boring for just like 30 minutes though, don't you think?
You're kind of boring for 30 minutes.
What do you mean by that? I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon. I could speedrun Streets of Rogue.
Yes.
You ever play Hollow Knight? I've never played Hollow Knight, but it is a very quality looking game.
So you go over Yomi Hustle.
Yummy Hustle could be good. Hmm?
Talk about boring.
Yummy Hustle being boring? Honestly though, like, as fun as Yummy Hustle sounds, it'd be really easy to stream snipe someone and just beat them for free. So that's like a game that probably wouldn't work for streaming if you were like a popular streamer. Starts kind of slow. Yeah, I actually don't know a whole lot about Hollow Knight. I do understand that Silksong is like an improvement upon Hollow Knight in terms of its pacing and its difficulty. Alright. I've been on a Casualties Unknown kick, so I'm just gonna speedrun and see how far I can get.
Speedrunning's such a good idea.
Move quickly. I should change the title though, so that people don't get caught off guard when the furry creature starts clawing itself to death and stuff. As soon as I figure out where to go to do that again. Professional streamer. You know what? Never mind. It doesn't matter. Not gonna be streaming for that long anyway. Silksong's mechanics annoy me. What about Silksong's mechanics are bad compared to Hollow Knight? I understand that the main character is weaker. Is that two corpses right on top of each other? I've never seen that before. Oh, right. Let me grab plastic, of course. Love this game. I'm actually genuinely in love with this game. Okay, I just need one more piece of foliage. Mainly the healing and down slash attack. It is more difficult, but I don't think that's a bad thing. So it's just not up to... It's not your preference, essentially. Dang, I'm starting off in a really bad mood. Unlucky. Inventing new things to craft should help a lot, though. Let's eat this food over here. Emissive crystal. That's crazy. I haven't seen one of these, actually. These must be super rare. So this I can craft into a lantern, I believe. The emissive shard or whatever it's called. Dang, I'm too dumb to even know what the geofruit is.
best kind of insult.
Wait, I thought... Do the stats always start off like this, or are the stats randomized as well? Because I know the mood is randomized. Pretty much just not for me, despite loving Hollow Knight. It'd be like that, man. That's how I feel about this game coming out called Streets of Rogue 2. It's they took a concept of a game that's like very fast paced and they made it an open world, and I don't like where it's going. But the game's never going to be finished at this rate, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. It was supposed to be released in February, wasn't it?
It was supposed to be released in August of last year, I thought,
Yeah, it was supposed to be
originally.
released last year.
And then it was moved to February.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah, that game's never coming out, bro.
Probably because it doesn't work. It's like a completely different game.
Humans do strange things. You should never trust them to be nice, but you can trust them to keep you alive. I broke my arm once and they put it in a cast. I did not like it. It was heavy and stopped my arm from moving at all. It seemed they made it worse on purpose, and they made me wear it for a long time. They removed it one day and my arm was fine. The humans made it worse so it could get better. I think they did something similar to Jumper's head. Jumper used to scream and cry a lot. One time they hurt themselves and the human took them away. Jumper is back now. They don't cry anymore. They don't talk. They look sleepy all the time. Their head is like my arm used to be. I can't see any casts around it, and their behavior worries me. But at least they don't hurt themselves anymore. I hope the humans undo whatever they did once Jumper's head is fixed. They lobotomized that thing, bro. That's like the best note I've seen so far. Okay, that's not gonna work. I don't want to go down here because that glass shard is right there. I might be able to just get around it though. Actually, I'll just dig up here. Making things too complicated on myself. This is my first time seeing this game. Okay, so this game is very dark. It's a survival game, survival platformer, as you can see. Mainly, you procure resources to make all of your equipment, and you can also find things that are very important in the world, like this mini barrel. And so this game's a horror game, right? And it's a pretty normal experience, like a normal video game, until you start getting hurt, and then things get scary. They got like unique soundtracks depending on like how badly you're hurt, or like what kind of injury you have. There's a soundtrack for like drowning and stuff, for instance. It's a pretty cool game. Wait, what liquid do I have that has fat quality? Oh, it's this mini barrel, that's what it is. Well, I might as well craft it. Soap. Oh, you can clean with it, that's cool. This game is dope, though. I highly recommend it. If you like horror games... So, the premise of this game is that you are a creature known as an XP, or experiment. Their nicknames are XPs. And these experiments are essentially mass-produced and researched upon by humans, often very cruelly. and your goal here is you were sent to this place called the Gray Planet, also known as the Target Planet, I believe, because humans like throwing a bunch of random crap here just to see what happens, but they accidentally sent something really important, like a highly experimental piece of technology they need to get back. So they have these XPs that they have like just en masse, essentially. And I lost my rope at some point. Unless I used it. Oh, I used it for my makeshift headlamp, that's right. So your job is you're sent here to retrieve that item that was lost. And you're pretty much expendable. The humans don't care about you, so they send you here just to see if you can do it. And yeah, that's basically the very basic premise of the game. And so since the humans sent all kind of random crap here, there's a bunch of dangerous stuff just lying around everywhere. Like once you get deeper into the place, there's landmines and turrets. There's this trap called a sound cannon that will blast your eardrums out and give you brain damage. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a brain health meter. That gets it gets really debilitating whenever you start taking brain damage, but the XP is a marvel of science, and they actually can regenerate their brains, among other things. But yeah, so this game is very dark. You have a mood meter, and if it gets really bad, you start self-harming. And then if you let it get really bad, the XP will straight up try to kill itself without your input at all. So yeah, this game is not for everyone, just based on that alone. But it is a very good experience if you like horror games that are like kind of esoteric in nature. This game is very complicated. They actually introduced the ECG in this update, which is basically your heartbeat, and so you can go into what is it called? What do they call it? It's a big science word, but essentially your heartbeat becomes erratic if you experience too much blood loss or some other thing occurs that causes your heartbeat to go out of whack. And most games, your health bar reaches 0 and you die, but in this game, it's a very slow and painful experience, and you don't actually die until you reach brain death. And that can happen in a number of ways. Usually happens with organ failure, of course. But yeah, it is a game that it seeks to be pretty realistic and pretty brutal. The effects that you see on the screen are pretty cool. There's like a little bit of purplish stuff on the outside of the screen right now because I'm a little sick. I'm minorly sick. So there's like all kinds of little tells and hints to tell you how you're doing. And the character speaks in third person or second person, and that adds to the horror of the experience because whenever they start dying and stuff, they're like, please help me. You can't let me die. I don't want to die. It's very sad. Tug on your heartstrings, but when you get better at the game, you start becoming desensitized to it. My headcanon for the way this game works is that I think you're playing as two different characters at the same time. You're playing as the creature that you're controlling, obviously, and you're also playing as a scientist or some dude who's essentially guiding this XP along their journey. And that's why you get the second person narration that this XP has. You can find other survivors and you can kill them, and then the XP's like, bro, why did I do that? So it's like there's some kind of influence happening here, I believe. But no, this game is super dope. And it's currently free right now. It's on Steam. It actually just got on Steam. But yeah, the part of this game's difficulty is that you actually cannot pause it in-game. I mean, you can tab out, and I think that pauses it, but I don't think that's in the spirit of the game, necessarily. So whenever you're in trouble, there's no pausing and thinking about... The name of this game is called Casualties Unknown. It's experimental... not experimental. Its early beta name is also known as Scav Prototype. But yeah, highly recommend it. Very good game. The developer is pretty active and is pretty quick to get updates out from what I've seen. It's very fun. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and so I've been fighting these things called shade crawlers. The enemies get much worse the deeper you get. There's one boss enemy in the game right now. There's only one boss. Yeah, absolutely give it a try, but just be warned, it is distressing. It will stress you out. Just be in the right mindset when you play it, and don't be afraid to die, because you will die. It's an inevitability of just how the game functions and works. Highly recommend you look up tutorials. The crafting system is very expansive, and you just tend to you do better as you go along because you get better with the crafting and the split-second decision making. Also, there's movement tech in this game, so you can jump off the walls. You can do wall jumps. You can only wall jump off of the left side or the right side once, so you have to alternate between walls. You can also wall cling and slide down the wall. You can hit the ground as you jump, and that'll boost your momentum. You can throw things at the ground, and it'll push you in the opposite direction. So you can do throw boost to give yourself more height, or you can throw boost towards the ground as you're falling to reduce fall damage, which works more effectively the heavier the item is. Try not to use the flashlight too much, because light is a really important resource in this game, and it's pretty limited. The glowstone plant, the glow fruit plants that I've been picking up have a number of uses. You can use them as an antiseptic when you get hurt. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Infections are extremely deadly in this game, so that's another thing you have to look out for. This is a huge find. This is a new thing I think they added. Ceph Triaxone. Yeah, the developer of this game is a lot smarter than I am. I'm not afraid to admit that. But it does a good job at being realistic without being overly punishing at the same time, because the experiment is an extremely resilient creature. You actually can find antibiotics, but it is something of a rare find, a rare drop. You have to search medical crates or containers like this one. These drop capsules contain a multitude of very good items. I only have an hour to get through this entire level. Once the hour is up, there is this thing called a radiation line that starts descending down the level, and it'll start irradiating you. And obviously, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that being irradiated is bad. I'm gonna pick up these ceiling rise. You can turn this into bread with the right resources. Gotta watch my stamina also. They added a new update where if you get too physically exerted, it actually affects your blood pressure. And if you don't keep your blood pressure healthy, your heart will fail and you will die. That's the main new thing they've added to the Steam release of this game. Very well done overall. So that was bad red I just did there. That could have been a very bad fall, but luckily there's nothing down here to hurt me. It's a container crate. Contains miscellaneous items. Let's find out what's in it. So you can pick locks with your claws, but if you push your claw too hard, you can actually break it off. So that's another thing you have to watch out for. You have to play little mini games like this to unlock the crates. You have to play mini games to bandage yourself. You have to play a mini game to inject yourself with drugs. When you're experiencing arrhythmia, oh, rangefinder dice. If you're experiencing arrhythmia, you can give yourself you can give yourself a shock with a defibrillator to fix your heart rate. Obviously, that's pretty painful. Pain affects your mood. Get too moody, XP decides they don't want to live no more, and yeah, they'll tell you that they don't want to live anymore. That's another big thing about this game, is that they don't pull any punches with the dialogue. Despite these things being lab creatures, they have a very vast repertoire of curse words that they can use. And this creature is a whatchamacallit. This is a rat, human, and fox hybrid, mostly. With some incredible athleticism, regenerative abilities. Really a true marvel of science that is unfortunately not treated as a creature with rights of any kind. They are considered property. The scientists aren't even allowed to address them as like male or female or by any kind of name or anything. It's pretty horrible life for these guys, no doubt about it. I need to make more space soon. I can make the flimsy knife now, can't I? No, I need... I'm just gonna drop this, drop this. I don't need 2 dressings right now, so I'll drop that too. Inventory management's important. Oh, a backpack. Huge find. Massive. Some internal organs of a guy who did not make it. They did not survive the landing of their drop pod, as you can see. Apparently, we're one of the lucky ones. But yeah, corpses obviously would make you sad and stuff. But the more corpses that the XP gets the chance to look at, the less it affects them, until the point where it doesn't affect them at all anymore. Okay, we got a mushtail. Excellent. I'm going to eat this now. Mushtails will knock you out, but they have the benefit of making you happier upon wake up. Unfortunately, when you get knocked out by a mushtail, there is no waking up. I have lost runs because I fell asleep and it was inside of a puddle and I froze to death from hypothermia. So this game is very long. There's currently 5 layers to the game, so you'll be looking at a max of a little over 5 hours, give or take, with the radiation line chasing you down. So I will be playing this tomorrow. I'm probably just going to do the first level tonight because I stream 9 to 11 every day. Not every day, but every work day that I have, I stream 9 to 11. And then on the weekends, I do a little bit of a longer stream. So today will be the first level, tomorrow will be the second level. And I'll probably also be doing ULTRAKILL again, just because I actually have an audience for ULTRAKILL, and I gotta make sure they're happy. I need some wood scraps, that way I can turn it into a wood cube, and then I can make a makeshift knife. 5 hours in a single sitting. So the way this game works, I said you can't pause it, but you can save the game in between levels. So once I finish this level, I can hit save, and then I can come back to this tomorrow, and then we will go to the deeper gravel lands, which is pretty similar to this level, except slightly more dangerous. And then once we're out of the deeper gravel lands, that's when the game starts to get really, really difficult. That's when the landmines start getting introduced. That's when radiation starts getting introduced more. That's when stronger creatures are coming around that increase your bleeding. Pretty much relentless. Ooh, material pouch. That's a huge find. That saves me a lot of time on crafting. Material pouch is massive. It takes all of these little basic materials we've been collecting, and you can put them in the pouch. Only the smallest materials can go in, but it's a huge boon to have, without a doubt. Especially this early on, because I can collect all kinds of raw resources. There's also... So I just picked up some belly armor. This is a very good piece of armor, but unfortunately it does have insulation to it, so it will make me hotter. Especially once I get to the hotter layers that exist on layers 3, 4, and 5. There is the 6th layer is supposed to be a cold zone, but unfortunately it has not been implemented into the game yet. So once you finish the last layer, it loops back to deeper gravel lands again, and then it's harder because trap density becomes larger the further down you go. And I believe ouch. Okay, so that wasn't good. So now I have to sterilize this and also bandage myself. So I'll go ahead and make a ripped dressing. Bandage this. And I went ahead and crafted this even though I have dressing, just because every time you craft a new recipe, it makes you happy. And also it increases your intelligence, which is important. You can't even recognize certain items without intelligence. Okay, so I have mild toxosis because that spider bit me. The spiders are poisonous now. Alright. The game does not tell you that you're infected until the infection starts happening, but we can counteract any infection by using glow plant fruit and putting it on the wound, and that should take care of that. Glow plant fruit can be found in pretty much every biome, and it's very necessary because you need to make stuff with biochem fluid. Pretty much most of the crafting recipes requires biochem fluid. And it's also a light source. That's how I made my makeshift lamp. There's a ton of shade crawlers in this level. I'm getting very filthy, and that lowers my immunity over time, which makes me even more susceptible to whatchamacallit, infections. Actually makes it harder for you to get rid of stomach sickness, that sort of thing. I got quite a bit of foliage going. Go ahead and make another canvas. How many canvas do I have now? Not enough for a bag yet. But I do have the backpack, so I'm not super worried about space yet. Okay. A plastic bag down here. You actually want to find these bodies because they have loot for you. All of these bags also come with encumbrance reduction. As you can see up here, we have our maximum units that you can carry. I'm actually reaching that max very quickly. But this blue bag actually has a 50% encumbrance reduction, whereas this one only has 25%. So we're going to transfer everything over to this one. This one also has 50%, so I'll have to keep that in mind. And that helps with my encumbrance a little bit. All right. Okay, that's 2 canvas, I believe. So I just need another rope, and then I can make a 3rd bag. Then I can start really hoarding. I love hoarding. I enjoy hoarding quite a bit. Makeshift headlamps do not last at all. I'll have to kill another shade crawler for their carcass in order to make another one. Go ahead and eat this geofruit. I want to keep eating as much as I can to increase my my weight. Drink some groundwater. We'll eat this mush pear because it gives you an opiated effect, and that'll increase my my mood a little bit at the cost of a little bit of body mass, as the mush pear happens to do. So we have 3 wood scraps. I can make a wood cube now, and now all I need is a rope. And we have a flimsy knife, and we use the knife because it has a cutting quality to it, so now I can make other crafting recipes. And I also need the flimsy knife to make a makeshift digging tool, so I'll probably need about 2 or 3 flimsy knives for this beginning portion. There's a rifle magazine down here too. It's got 18 rounds in it. I can trade this with a survivor if I find one and get some good stuff really early. Okay, we have some more ceiling right here. I dropped the last ceiling right I had. Gonna need a heat source. Let's see. It looks like my respiratory rate is a result of my cold, possibly the toxicity that was in my system earlier. I'm gonna try to go for a throw boost here. Ooh, nailed it. Oh, absolutely. It's no problem. I'm watching the viewer count, so I know people are here listening. Appreciate you stopping by and giving me a chance. I know how it is with content creators that don't have a following. You're kind of taking a chance on whether or not it's even going to be entertaining, because it hasn't been proven I just hurt myself slightly. All good. I'm soaked, so I am going to be chilly. There's a survivor up here. I want to get up there. That's a Milky, though. Milkies are stingy. They're smarter than the other species that you can trade with, and that means that they are cheap. And we'll try to pull one over on you, which is just flavor for saying that their prices are higher and stuff. Some copper here. Copper is important. Ooh, I'm hydrated. Not a big deal, though. If I get too hydrated, I'm going to start taking brain damage, though, so that's something I'll have to look out for. It's called water intoxication, I believe. Yeah, this game does not play around with the realism at all. And obviously with that, if you eat too much, you'll get overfull and you'll vomit. I have to watch out for this glass. It has a chance to drop glass shards. I step on that, I'm gonna get glass in my feet, and then I'm gonna have to play a mini game where I have to pull shrapnel out of my feet. Alright, let's see what we got. We got some okay stuff. We got a pouch. Might take the pouch if I can. We have a belt. Pemmican. Morphine syringe is huge, but it's too expensive. Okay. Anything I want to sell? Maybe this. Okay, I can get another plastic bag. I think I might go for the pouch. All of this stuff isn't, like, impressive. I think the only thing I really want is the belt. Alright. Now I have a belt. Belts store tools specifically. Wait, where is the belt? Did I not buy it? Am I tripping? I may be. Oh, there it is. It was hiding from me. Okay, and you can also hug a survivor if your reputation is high enough with them. Okay, we'll go ahead and buy the iced tea. Iced tea will help me get my my mood up. There we go. And now I'm satisfied with my current predicament because I got a little hug. So that's nice. I need more plastic. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some more plastic. I want to make one more canteen at least. Pretty successful gaming today. I got Minos Prime done pretty early. Pretty happy with that. Unlocked all of the alternate weapons. Pretty happy with that. Just hoping nobody expects any professional gameplay from me with those those weapons, because it's not happening. So the foliage, when it's raw like this, is actually more weighty than if I refine it into something. So that's something to consider. I do have a small backpack already, so I don't need to make a sling bag yet. This does take up the back slot. So yeah. The backpack... Oh, this is a full health backpack too. So yeah, I'll be good on the back slot for a while until I can make a regular backpack, which costs a lot of resources, and I'm not smart enough to make it yet. Yeah, it's not even showing up on my list. That's how... I think you need 14 intelligence to make a backpack. And I've wasted a lot of time. So the main reason I bought this iced tea is not for like resource storage or anything. There's plenty of resources on this layer. It's for the mood specifically. You want to be in high mood because eventually, inevitably, you're gonna make a mistake. The XP is gonna get hurt really badly, and they're gonna be really sad about it. And you want that mood buffer when it happens. I'm getting tired, sleepy tired. That's another thing is your sleep quality is affected by where you decide to sleep. So if I try to sleep on this light rock, it's going to be bad sleep quality. Not to mention there's a puddle of water there, so it'd be bad sleep quality anyway. I'm really pushing it with my hydration currently. Let's see, there's a mini barrel full of medical grade stimulant, antiseptic, and heroin. Unfortunately, since all of those are mixed into one barrel, I can't actually what's the word I'm looking for here? I can't separate those liquids. So if I put some into a bottle, it's going to give me all of those liquids at once, but I can still craft with those individual liquids. Because, you know, video game. I need to make another canteen. What am I missing here? Rope. I have rope. We'll make another canteen. And then I'm going to see about grabbing some of this liquid from this barrel. I'm very tired. Let's see, how much energy do I have? 23%, so I have enough before I pass out at least. And it looks like my headlamp has been depleted, but I think I can make another. There's some wood scraps. Whoa. Why am I vomiting? It might be because of the water intoxication. Yeah, because I wasn't sick, so I think it was because I was overwatered. Yeah, you have a chance to vomit whenever you're too full or you're too watered up. Okay, and we're gonna store this fruit for later. We're gonna take our canteen. Where is it? It's in this backpack. Nope, that's not it. Yes, yes, I know you're very tired. Where's that canteen I crafted? Surely I didn't lose track of it. I have a really bad habit of, or did I ever make it? That's the question. I don't think I did, actually. Oh, I can make sterilized dressing with this barrel of stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and do all that noise. Go ahead and make 2 ripped dressing, make a regular dressing, make another sterilized dressing, and then canvas, ripped dressing, dressing, and then I'm going to favorite this dressing, favorite that dressing, and then it should use the correct ingredient now, and I can make a bruise kit. Bruise kits heal your muscle health. It looks like I made a bad one because I wasn't smart enough, maybe. Yeah, I need level 10 whatchamacallit in order to do that one. That's okay though. Let's see, there's still 225 milliliters of antiseptic in this thing. Alright, I need to go to sleep, so I'm gonna sleep right here in this clay. And hopefully that bug that I saw over there doesn't try to attack me while I'm standing here. Not gonna lie, I'm also getting kind of tired. Yeah, it's getting late. That's it's a big issue with my stream currently, is that it's pretty late in the day, but it's the only choice I have. I work in the morning. I give myself a couple hours of rest after work, and then I hop on the stream. It's been challenging, I'm not gonna lie, like balancing my normal life and the stream is challenging, but I'm gonna stick with it because I have confidence that I could do good at this sort of thing, especially because I'm very good at video games and I'm not the least charismatic person in the world, so I think I can make it work. Alright, canteen. You know what, I did make the canteen because I don't have the resources, so it's somewhere out there. There's some dressing down here. Is it over here, maybe? Oh, this is like a completely different area. Oop, that was almost bad. You know what? I'm gonna take that as a sign that I shouldn't worry about it. Let's go see what's in the medical crate instead. I like these mini games because they're not challenging, but they are time consuming. And when you're dying of an infection and you need medical equipment and you're trying to get one of these medical crates open, it really adds to the tension. Because time is so important in this game. Because even when you're horribly injured, you can survive a lot of stuff, but are you going to make it to the bottom of the layer in time? That's the real question. Okay, what else do I need to make right now? I make some more rope at least. I'm pretty low on resources now. I made a lot of dressing, I think. I got a makeshift LAD. That's pretty cool. Having an LAD in general is nice. It's a life-saving piece of equipment. Or no, it's LRD, not LAD. I'm tripping. There's a corpse nearby, so I might find some cool loot. Maybe it fell down here because of the water flow. You can also get swept away by the water, which is horrible in a lot of situations. Let's drink this iced tea. Also, drinking liquids decreases your body temperature. Really useful for the desert levels. As you can see, all these little events have their own little bits of music. The spider has this little beat. There's an enemy. They're known as cave ticks. It's just a swarm of little bugs that jump all over you if you accidentally touch them. And it plays a drum and bass soundtrack that's like akin to breakcore. It's pretty dope. Getting attacked by those things is not pretty dope, especially now that these little bugs are toxic and poison you. Alright, let's make another makeshift headlamp. Looks like I can make some alien blood. I'm going to go ahead and make the alien blood. And then I'm going to put it away in my canteen with the biochem fluid. Excelente. Let's eat this geofruit now that I'm not full anymore, because food deteriorates over time, so, you know, use it or lose it. There's some wood over here. I need to make a makeshift digging tool, so I'm going to need more wood, more foliage. You need a lot of foliage for everything, because that's the main way you craft bandages. Can't even see them since I'm on my phone. Yeah, game's dark, bro. I kid you not, light source is extremely important. And not having a reliable light source will get you killed very easily. Put this in here. Let's see. Scrap metal. I just saw this biochem fluid. Yeah, luckily, that's really the only enemy that you're not going to see coming. You might get taken by surprise, get a little bite taken out of you. But other enemies are a lot larger. They move a lot more erratically. You'll see them coming. And also the music kicks up whenever an enemy gets close. But yeah, enemies, the way they work is pretty cool. They've made me panic a couple times. Try to run around, escape them. I end up dying to a trap along the way. And most of the enemies are programmed to keep chasing you, basically doing hit and run tactics until you either fight it off once you get them their health low enough, or until they just straight up kill you. Collecting a bunch of wood. I have a material pouch, so I can stockpile a lot of raw material. I think that is enough for now. Yeah, I can make the makeshift digging tool. I'm gonna have to make another knife, however. What is my knife quality at? It's at 100%. I'm gonna hold on to it for a little while. I'll craft it later because I'm pretty sure I can make a 100% digging tool even if the flimsy knife is like low on percentage. Okay, and now I'm starting to get over encumbered. Okay, here's a spike trap. This spike trap is the most deadly thing you'll run into in the first layer of the game. Everything else is pretty chill, but that will straight up lobotomize you in the wrong situation. Seriously heavy damage you can get from those. But it's okay. Layer 2 has bear traps. Okay, so I'm getting exerted. I'm also underweight. I need to eat some more. That was fast. I think the weight that you start out at is also variable on top of the other stuff. Let's see, what are we looking at on wood? Wood's not bad. Wood's not bad. I need more foliage. I always need more foliage. Let's see. My meds look okay. Meds look all right. Let's go ahead and move the dressing over to this one since the encumbrance modifier is better. And we'll move... I'm going to move my meds to my leg pouch. Encumbrance is better on that. This is only 50%. This plastic bag's actually about to fall apart as well, so I'm going to take the important stuff out of it. Alright, that'll do. And when your bags are empty, they actually don't take durability loss. I think I can try to get up there real quick. Yep. Ooh, that was pretty clean. Not bad. On these lower levels, you can explore a lot horizontally. How am I peckish? I feel like I've eaten so much. Still underweight. Okay, no traps down here. You can explore a lot horizontally on these first couple layers, but after that, you want to, like, basically work towards going down as much as possible because it's way too dangerous in the third layer and below to just be exploring everything because, like, you can get shot by turrets and stuff. Popcorn. Eat all this. That should solve my weight issue for now. Got a rye bulb. Need that. Let's see, I should be able to make... I'll go ahead and make fire starter. Well, no, because I think I'm limited on sticks. I'm going to go make it anyway. I can make a campfire now. Rye flour. I can take the flour and I can turn it into bread with a fire source like the campfire. So if I can find more food items, I can make more food once I get a campfire going. Items are sorted by like what quality they possess. Like for instance, foliage has foliage quality. Go figure. Various bandages will have dressing qualities. Various medical items will have antiseptic or opiate qualities. All used for different crafting recipes. I'm gonna break this thing. Because blob flesh... Oh, wait. We're actually full up on resources right now. So, alternative plan. I'm going to take all of this stuff. Do I need this much on me? Yes, we do. You know it, little guy. I have a bottle somewhere. Here it is. So I have an iced tea bottle. So what we're going to do here... I'm going to put this rye flour away first off. Put that there. And then I should be able to make produce juice with the 3 geofruits that I have. They're all at least 50% condition, and I'm using a hammering tool quality. It's just a stick. Sticks have hammering quality. This is why the flimsy knife is important, because that's the most accessible item that you have that has a cutting quality to it. You can start making string and whatnot. Blob flesh should have a meat quality to it, I believe. What kind of food can I make anyway? I actually am not super experienced with food. I need condiment quality for burger. Good to know. And then you have pemmican, need fat quality for that. Let's see. Foliage meal. You can make with a bunch of stuff, and geofruit. I might actually make a campfire now. Yeah, let's do it. I can make fat with the... Okay, that's how you make fat. You have to get meat first. Is this liquid? This is liquid. Okay. Make the foliage meal. And I can refine the juice that I just cooked. And then I'll make the fat. Eat the foliage meal. Okay, where is the fat that I just created? Refined juice. It's like regular juice, but it tastes good. It makes me happy. I actually don't have a container for this fat now that I'm thinking about it. Put it in here. And that container is full. Can I eat this stuff? I wonder. Alright, let's move on. There's a wet bucket of chicken up there. There must be a corpse with all this loot around. Alright, I'm gonna start heading down because I'm out of time, actually. And that's pretty much how the game works. You have to procure resources, and then you need to also keep a good pace and make your way down. Otherwise, the humans will kill you because you have a chip in your brain. And I think the way the game works is that canonically, you have you're chipped. That's how you can see all this medical stuff. And there's a built-in timer, and when that timer goes out, they start using the chip to radiate your body, essentially, to incentivize you to make it further down or perish. Sometimes both, depending on the situation. We're just gonna skip all this stuff. I don't necessarily need anything. I will check out this medical crate, however. Ouch. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at chat. Nice. Blood bag. Huge find. This will keep me alive in the case that I lose a lot of blood. I actually can't perceive this corpse, so I'm just gonna move on. Might as well. Okay. I can eat this foliage meal. Full again. Body mass is looking okay. I think I need more wood. Yeah. I could use a bit more wood. This digging is slow and tires me out, so I need to make a digging tool of some kind at some point. Just need a rope actually for that. Go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna take the rope not the rope, the digging tool I just made, and use it to get enough wood scrap in order to craft another flimsy knife. That was really lucky to get 2 wood scrap off the bat. Sometimes I feel like my luck is terrible with getting wood. Okay, I have enough for the wood cube. Do that. Do this. Alright. What am I missing now? I need to make another flimsy knife, right? I need scrap metal. I don't think I have... Yeah, I need more scrap. There's a trap here I can break, though. If you can manage to get underneath the trap and break the thing that's supporting it, it'll automatically fall apart. So you don't have to spend time breaking it. This should be enough high quality. Yeah, I just need rope now, so I can make that very easily. And I make another flimsy knife. So now I have my makeshift digging tool. I have a special wooden trowel that I can burn through. It's only 0.3 units, so I might just use it as an emergency tool. And I can actually upgrade the makeshift digging tool further and turn it into a pickaxe eventually. I'm very tired. I'm going to try to get into this pod, because the rubber in the pods make for very nice sleeping ground stuff. Pull out my makeshift digging tool because it destroys glass shards in one hit, whereas if I use my claws, it might knock the shards around and make it harder to destroy. I don't know if being tired affects your mood, but I assume it probably does. Oh no, there's water in here. That's not good. Well, I can't sleep here then. I'm gonna have to settle for some bad sleep, it looks like. Yeah, I'm about to pass out. I just accidentally dropped my digging tool. That's how tired I am. I think once you get more debilitated, you start... Oh man, yeah, this sleep is gonna suck. So when you get bad sleep, it makes you very confused for a long time, and being confused basically blurs your vision. It messes with your consciousness a lot too, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very bad on that. Consciousness is bad. So if I fall over, I'm probably just going to be knocked out for a minute. Okay. Yeah, and now it's really time to move because the doom is upon me. And I've made no progress. Yeah, and also being very confused actually affects how quickly I can do the mini games as well. Which is a bad time if you're like bleeding out really badly and you're bandaging yourself really slowly because you can't concentrate for whatever reason. Yeah, this game loves snowball effects, I tell you what. Electronic watch. Oh yeah, this is a really important item. This actually gives you a timer to tell you like when you're about to bleed out and stuff. We'll put that in the belt. Despite doom approaching, I'm gonna play risky. Grab this life pod chest. Blueprint. Life pod chests always contain a blueprint. Okay, it's hot, so I don't have to worry about being watered up here. Is that the only thing it dropped? No, a sledgehammer. Wow. Well, that's a cool find. So you can actually do crazy hit boosts with the sledgehammer. You can really launch yourself. This will be really useful too because I have a lot of ground to make up and I can just dig right through the terrain with this thing. Yeah, my sight range is messed up because of how confused I am. Naxalone and soap. I don't have another canteen for this, unfortunately. I do have this, however. We'll go ahead and drink that, get rid of it. And then Naxalone, opioid antagonist. That's only worth 10. Okay, we are hypotension because we're cold, I believe. I believe being too cold causes this effect most commonly, it seems. Strength increased. So strength and resilience increases passively whenever you're over encumbered. So it's nice to be a little over encumbered. Okay, I think that's a desensitized comment that my XP just made. Right. Here it comes. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the Radiation line has its own theme song, and it's super dope. It comes at you a lot faster than you think. Both in terms of the actual timer and the speed at which it comes down. I'm actually going to go this way. There it is. Yeah, one thing I struggle with in this game is when I start panicking and I need to heal myself in some way, shape, or form, and I cannot find the items that I need in order to do that. Stepped on a geyser. I'm gonna grab this medical crate. Too tired. Oh, I think that's another LRD. Yeah, you don't get irradiated too badly, but obviously you don't want to stay in that for too long. Sin cost tan. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was so horribly depressed in high school, I did not try at all when I got to that point. High school, I didn't go to college either, obviously. Soda! Soda! It's like the meme, babe. Look at that double spike trap. And a bounce trap there too. This game's trying to kill me. Or at the very least hurt me very badly. Pull out my emergency light again. I do not have time to be doing this. Ooh, red blood bag, yes. You can unlock really cool stuff with that. Okay, I'm at 25% encumbrance. That's not too bad. And I am holding a sledgehammer also, so it really isn't too bad. Oh, there's a shirt here. Gimme, gimme. That's a little bit of armor, a little bit of insulation. Insulation's not bad because you can mini soda. Insulation's not bad for the first 2 layers because you can get pretty cold, like if you spend too long in the water. Speaking of spending long in the water, I need to take a shower. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Drink some water while I'm at it too. Where are we at? Yeah, we're chilling on water now. Okay. That's not good. I'm gonna pull a pro gamer move here. I hated that. I don't want to do that again. Those things hurt way too much to be tempting fate like that. Okay, not too badly hurt. I'm pretty tired though, so I need to get out of this layer quickly so I can sleep. Might low-key sleep here and then move on to the next layer to save some time. Oh, my bag fell apart. Crap, I forgot. All my things are gone. Well, I picked up the LRD again, at least. But all my stuff seemed to have fallen down there. How many carcasses do I have? I think I only have the one, maybe? Because I used another for the headlamp. I can put that in my material pouch, though. Material pouch is so goated, dude. They nerfed it, and it's still really good. Mush tail for next layer. I kind of want to eat this mush pear, but I'm already at pretty high mood, so I don't think I need to. Let's do a little bit of exercise. Will I be able to retrieve them? It looks like I got the LRD. I don't remember what else was in that bag, I'm not gonna lie. It might have been the only thing that was in there, because I was prioritizing putting stuff elsewhere. Oh, I made myself too exerted. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, and that is Casualties Unknown. Thank you guys for watching the stream. I will be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock, 9 to 11-ish. I'm gonna try to actually wrap up ULTRAKILL at 10. That way I have enough time to do another level of Casualties Unknown. I'm on a huge Casualties Unknown kick, and I don't think there's a lot of people streaming this game, so I am going to keep streaming this. But yeah, highly recommend this game. If thank you very much. I appreciate the positive feedback. I will be making improvements to the stream with time. You know, I'm going to include a webcam, all that good stuff. But yeah, I appreciate everyone watching, and I will be back with ULTRAKILL and Casualties Unknown tomorrow. Catch you later.